Hey, beautiful people. Hello, 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 Obodo fam. Good evening, gentlemen and ladies. Good evening. You're welcome to another show. How's everyone doing? You're welcome. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Yes? Let me just make sure that my phones are muted because this one is doing boom, 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 boom here already. How's everyone doing? Hello, success. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah, thank you very much for being here tonight. Yeah, today is not one of the days we normally do the shows, like you guys know, but yeah, because I've been away and I've missed you guys so much, I decided to. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let me try and arrange my. Let me try and arrange the thing a little bit. I was running behind schedule. I was rushing. I like to stick to time. I'm very good at sticking to time, but sometimes, oh my God, the time is not your friend. Honestly. Okay. You're welcome, everyone. Hope everyone is good. Have you subscribed? Yeah, my brows are lit. Thank you. We are trying. It's the eyebrows that made me late, actually. Blame the eyebrows. You have to blame these eyebrows. It takes forever to get them done. You're welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Yeah, we're just going to jump right into it and get on. We have a very, very intriguing show tonight. And before I get into it, I just want to advise that you please subscribe if you have not yet done so. Subscribe, join us. It's completely free. Some people are still saying they paid. I don't know who you paid to. YouTube subscription, as far as we know it, is completely free. Nobody pays. All you need is a Gmail account. It's as simple as that. And you are, boom, subscribed. Free of charge. So please subscribe. Smash that thumbs up as you are coming into the studio. Please smash that thumbs up. And if you set your notification bell, you will always get every notification whenever we are on the show. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So tonight I have a young woman who is an imported wife. You know, we do a lot of, stories about imported wives, and she has some issues she needs advice on. Okay? She has some issues that she needs advice on. Let me keep an eye on the comment section. Yeah, thank you, Faith. Thank you very much. Yeah, she needs some advice. She's asking that we give her some counsel. Okay? And she's not gonna she's here, right? But she's not gonna speak for some reason. For, let's just say, for security reasons. Let me put it that way. Let me say it the way they say it. Some people say it in Nigeria, for some security reason. She's here, but she's not gonna speak. I will do the narration. I will narrate her story, and then I will also share a little bit of what I have told her privately, because remember, this is always about learning. Okay, it's about learning. So other people who are in similar situations or going through situations like this young lady is currently going through can learn something from it. Okay, and I am just going to call this young lady. Let me call her Choma. Okay, I'll call her Choma. Her name is Choma. But like I said, she's here, but she's not speaking. I'll do the speaking for her. This is not something I do. I do. If you guys follow the show lately, I don't do that much anymore. You stay now. I really don't like doing that anymore, but there are some reasons why I have to do this tonight. Okay, she can't come, she can't speak. Egba mi o, aládùúgbò. These headphones, I don't have time. Stick man is fighting with me. I need to just go and get AirPods and stop this one. Yeah, so that is how I'm just going to explain the scenario in terms of how she met the husband. Please, in case you've forgotten because we've been away for a while, this is a safe place. By the grace of God, we've managed to create an atmosphere, a platform that is safe for people to come and share. Okay? Even though she's not speaking with her voice tonight, just know that Choma is here. So be kind. It is non-judgmental. Don't say, oh, why did you do this? Why didn't you do that? Don't judge anybody. If you need to judge anybody, judge yourself. Okay? Because everybody has their own issue they're going through. The only reason why this lady felt confident to come and even talk to me about the situation is because she's watched my show. You see, this is what you and I are creating here, guys. I don't think you understand how powerful it is. When somebody said, it is when I started watching your show that I realized that there is a way out. I thought I am stuck. I thought I'm the only one. I listened to this person's story. I listened to this woman's story, and I know that I'm not alone. So it is very, very serious. And I really appreciate you, my Obodo fan, because I know that you guys usually, especially those of you who are like committed to the work we're doing here, you understand what I'm saying. And you usually respect our guests and you don't judge. You show them a lot of love and encouragement. So please remember to do that tonight. Mhm. Thank you very much, Vaughn. So I'm just going to share her story very briefly and then we'll get on. So she said, my name is Choma. I am from the eastern part of Nigeria. I am a graduate and I am a mom of three. And only one of them is my biological child. The others are from previous relationship with her husband. But she calls them, I call them my kids and I love them very much. I'm just reading verbatim. There's a bit more that I understand from our conversation that I will explain as well. Uh, I take care of the kids like they are my biological kids. I love them. I will do anything for them and I will never do anything to hurt them. I have been married now for 9 years. Thanks to God's grace, I need your advice. My husband and I met on Facebook and we fell in love while I was based in Nigeria and he was living in the abroad. All right. But his family did not accept us, or they did not accept me. They refused the marriage, especially his mother, because, especially his mom, but he went ahead and married me. Okay. Most of his family members did not attend the marriage ceremony. Okay. And the reason why they refused me is because they think my family is not good enough for their son, right? So he's from an influential or affluent family, in quotes. You guys are seeing my face today. So all my quotes, I'm going to do them so, so you can see them. I like that. When I'm saying something in quotes, I want you guys to really see the quotes because I do that a lot. Even when my camera is off, I'll be quoting. Yeah, they are affluent family, in quotes. And she said that most of the families did not attend the wedding. But after my wedding, another family member from his family did a wedding and they all attended. All right. They often refer to me as a riffraff, probably because my parents are not as rich as them. After the marriage in Nigeria, my husband moved back to the US and filed for me to join him. I finally got to America and immediately I got pregnant, which was a bad idea. She put that to not me. Oh. She put that in quotes, bad idea. She said, my life became emotionally pained. I didn't suffer any physical abuse, but I suffered from severe verbal abuse, not from my husband, but my in-laws. Okay? In-laws. 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 We're going to talk about them tonight. His mom is trying to make all the decisions in my family, in our family, even preventing my mother from visiting me, and telling her son, who is my husband, to make sure I am not filing papers for my mom to come to America. Yes, Facebook again, Tonya. Say Facebook again. Yeah. Preventing my mom from coming to America. Yeah. So as a result, I was pregnant, but lost the baby because of the stress of the emotional and the everything that they put me through, the family put me through. The baby was a stillborn. Tear emoji. So sorry, Choma. Really, really sorry. That is quite traumatic. Very, very sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. After that, I started my life all over again. I went for a vocational training and got a job and a global business. I started working so hard, very hard that our family became financially stable. So my husband lost his job. Okay, this is the husband from the affluent family. Oh, are you guys following me? Are you with me? Hmm? So he lost his job, and I have been working tirelessly, very hard to make sure that all our family needs are met and most projects done like normal. Okay? Projects, note that down. See, I forgot my pen now. Projects. You guys remind me later. We need to talk about that project. My in-laws did not know all this. They still call me riffraff and gold digger. Even when I have been the sole provider for the family for almost 4 years now. And that's because her husband didn't tell the family that he's not working and she's the one working and paying the bills, providing for the whole family. Yes, project. You people should remind me of that project too. I'm going to go and quickly grab my notes later. I have notes. She said my in-laws didn't know all this and they still call me. I've read that. Whenever I get paid at work, I take all my paycheck home. We have a joint bank account, so I don't have any money I can say on my own. I don't have any money on my own, like no personal savings or income on my own. I barely send money to my parents back home, and even if I want to send, I have to ask my husband. When I send without him knowing, it is a big problem. But when his family will ask for anything, they will receive. All right? I love my husband and my marriage, but I don't know if I'm confused or I'm being used or this is normal. Okay? I just want, listen to this. I just want to be named differently from the names they've tagged Nigerians or African women abroad. I'm going to read it again in case you missed that. I just want to be named differently. I just want to be named different from the names they've tagged Nigerian or African women abroad. So that's the summary of her situation. I will elaborate a little bit before I say what I was able to pick up from that, right? So this marriage was uh, Facebook love again, and this guy, from what I gather, from what she told me, he comes from a family where the matriarchy of the family is the mother who gives orders, okay? And the mother, I will say he's a, let me describe this man like this. He is a mother's, how do they call them? Mother's boy. Is it mommy's boy or mother's boy? How do they call all those boys that always, men that are still babies that behave like mothers? How do they call them? You guys remind me. He's a mommy's boy, right? So his decision making is not up to what should be. Her mommy's boy. Thank you, Monilola. He's a mommy's boy. Yeah. So in terms of decision making, it is not up to where it should be for anyone who wants to marry. Okay, he's had a marriage, uh, and this is the second one. Yeah, mommy's boys. Thank you. But I think this may probably be the first time that he's been defiant, like going against the mother's wishes, saying, "Don't marry that family, or don't marry that girl because she comes from this family that is a class thing." Those of you who are Nigerians understand. Nigerians, class is a big issue. How we face racism here is how people back home in Africa, in Nigeria, face classism. I don't know if there's a word like that, but class is a big deal, right? So people judge you and treat you shabbishly because you don't come from family, you don't come from money, okay? So they think they are better than you. So this is what happens. So this young man now decided to be defiant. He didn't listen to his mom because the girl is absolutely stunning. If you see Choma, she's stunning, beautiful girl, of which I don't even think she knows how beautiful she is. She's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. So I think the man was in love, okay, and he decided to go and marry her, despite the mom saying, "Don't go." Hmm? So the, the mom said, "Don't go," but he decided to go. And this is what happens. The whole family did not go for the marriage, and that is red flag number one. Family did not go, they didn't go. Now, if you come from Nigeria, especially if you are from the eastern part of Nigeria, then you will understand that family, showing their face to come and first of all introduce themselves to you, your fathers as a woman to introduce themselves to your family is a thing of respect. There's a reason why we do it. I know we often talk about some of the harmful African tradition, but this one, when it concerns marriage, please, let's not ever say something negative about the fact that your own family demand to be respected enough. Or you both to do it, the ones that come from very traditional family. You have to come and ask the father of your bride for their hand in marriage. Okay? They are the same tribe. So, uh, but they didn't do that. He alone came to ask for a hand in marriage. He alone attended the wedding with only extended family members, which is a red flag because it shows that the family are never going to accept her. They are looking down on her, like you said, and they attended another wedding shortly after. She's never going to be good enough for them because she's beneath them. In Let me put it in quote because no human being is beneath any other person. How much money una get? How much una get? Nigeria, una what do they do gra 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 gra? How much you get? Anyway, let's move on. Right. So she said that everything is good, but this is the part that I need to explain a bit further for you. When she got to America, things were fine. Then he lost his job. Now, in the area of job where he specializes, he's struggling to get in because apparently there's a lot of racism in America in that sector for a black man. Now, a big boy or a real man will put his big boy pants on. This is why I said to her, and go and look for any job to feed his family. Okay? But because he comes from, he's probably spoiled because he comes from a rich family or whatever. Uh, Maybe he was going home to ask mommy for money. Mommy gave a little and then she got tired or whatever. And then she had to quickly get on into the system and start working, working, working. The problem is that till now, for 4 long years, mommy does not know that his golden boy, who is too good for this girl from a poor home, has no job. So she's working all these jobs, doing all these businesses, and the money is going to a so-called joint account that is managed by him only. Okay? And listen to this, my people. Listen to this, my people. If if your husband is too proud, or your partner, boyfriend, wherever you live together and you have joint expenses, is too proud to go out there to go and do what he needs to do. Okay, we all have dreams. You have a job, that a career that you are pursuing. If it's not working, women come over here, they braid hair. Some people come over here, guys that they are doctors. They go and drive cars. They drive what they call it. They are professionals. They go and drive Uber because they know that they got to pay the bills. So I said, if you were not there, what would you do? So, but the thing is that he did not even tell his family about his financial circumstances. Okay, so she is the one that is now making all the money and putting it in this so-called joint account that he controls. So this young lady, Choma, does not have access to that money. He's the one that makes decision about how they spend it. Okay, he's the one that she will submit her paycheck, right, and then she cannot even take money anyhow out of the account. So the first question I asked her, I said, since your in-laws did not accept you, which I would not advise anybody to do, because at the end of the day, the hold that families have on their children is very, very strong. He might think that he will be able to withstand his family. I'm sure when love was catching him, he thought, oh, no matter what happened, my mom cannot tell me what to do. But that didn't last very long, did it? Especially when he lost his job. It didn't last long. Okay. So be very, very careful before you start jumping into any marriage when even the in-laws cannot come to your marriage. There's a reason why it is demanded in our culture. It is a thing of respect. For somebody who said they want to take your child, your child, they want to take your child that will change her name, she will change her address, she will change everything about her life. This is a child that you put so much into, your daughter, that you put so much into all her life. She's 28 years now. And you want to come and take her, and you think you can just take her without having the courtesy to come to me? There's a reason why we do it in Africa. And that's why, where I come from, they usually say that if they don't come and marry you properly, you just carry yourself and give a man. You dash yourself to the man. Anything that happens, bear with it. Because it's not even about the bride price, it's about the respect that they have for your family. But if they cannot be bothered to show face because they think your family is not good enough for them, then I will not put myself in that marriage. But it's happened. I'm just saying it as lessons for those of you who are watching, you are in relationships, you are not married yet, and you are contemplating that. Please be careful because, especially mother-in-laws, some of them can be devils incarnate and they can make life very, very difficult for you. They can. Because trust me, boys love their mother. I have boys, I know. They do. They love their mother. And the hold that mothers have on their boys is very, very tight. Tight. So, so I asked her, I said, if anything happens to this marriage now, because you are struggling, you're working around the clock, you don't have anything to show for it, your husband is the one managing the money that you are making, you don't send money to your parents, nothing. If anything happens to you now, this marriage ends, what do you have to show for it? She said, Auntie B, nothing. I said, okay. I'm glad you recognize that. So we talked, and I said, you need to do things differently. I'm not saying don't take care of your husband and your family. It's a good thing that you love your stepchildren. You are paying for all their extra classes, their sports and everything, all the social clubs and activities they are doing. It all costs money. But I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing, guys. This is the thing. There is a certain, I don't even know what I want to call it. Uh, uh, what's the word I'm looking for now? That people say about, imported wives. Stereotype. It's a stereotype about imported wives. That people will say, if you marry them, they will come here, oh, they will ruin your life, oh, they will do this. So when they become nurse, they will grow wings, they will fly, they will do this. But what those people are not telling you about the imported wife syndrome or what they are going through is that imported wives go through things that nobody tells you about until we start sharing it on this platform. Now we're sharing it and people are beginning to understand. All right. Imported wife goes through a lot. So you have an imported wife, and what she said, which makes me, I had to question her. What Choma said was that I don't want to be that imported wife who came to America and dumped her husband or walked out of the marriage. But I don't know how much of this I can take going forward, because it's been 4 years. Still, his mother does not know that he's not working or he's not any income. And the money that you are making, that you are using to pay bills, you are using to fuel your car, to pay for your cars and do everything, take care of the family, your bills, feeding everything, you are using it to do projects. Projects in whose name? In his name, in Nigeria. Building projects. Yeah. Yeah. You are I'm struggling. I mean, so I said to her, I said, I think there's some people pleasing going on here. And I think there's a vulnerability from that. Where does this come from? Why do you feel like you are living your life to prove a point that, oh, this is what they say about imported wife? I don't want to be that imported wife. You cannot live your life to prove a point. Everybody has their own reality. If they are saying this about, oh, all women are like this, you know your reality about a woman, about the woman that you are. So because you are saying it, this is how women are, it doesn't apply to me, because that's not me. I know who I am. So what you're saying, oh, women are this, women are, I don't correct me. I don't give a damn about that. But I say it matters to you so much that you don't want to fall into that category, so that you will not be classified as the stereotypical imported wife. Why? She said, I said, this is coming up to me, the way I see it. I don't know you, but the way you presented it, I think you don't have confidence. You lack confidence. And I don't know why, because you are very hardworking, you are industrious, you are doing so many things. Somebody is saying I can relate with her. Falashade. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Because apart from just dealing with the main issues now for which he's looking for advice, I want to also talk about the underlying issues of this people pleasing and caring too much about what they will say, what people will say. I added a woman, one lady to, even though I said I'm not adding anybody to group again, I had to add her because she was desperate. Because, people were saying, oh, church people were saying, you have to stay in an abusive marriage. That's a different conversation. But what people will say, but I thank God that she had the guts, the courage to work out. You need confidence to make decisions. And I said, why is it that you don't have decisions? Why are you are not able to make decisions? You are so scared, and you want to play into the narrative so that they will not say you are like this, but you are drowning. Why? Did you ever talk to him about how you are feeling? Oh, if I talk about it, it's wahala. Then she told me about a scenario, what happened. One time she was going to school, she was working, and they had a baby. She came back home, the baby's pampers was soaked so much. He's at home. He couldn't even change the diapers. And she said, oh, please now, why didn't you help me? Look at this child now. You didn't even change. You want to be sending me message now? It's message you want to be sending me now. It's you that will be ordering me around now. It's because I don't have a job. That's why you feel you can tell me this, you can tell me that. What about the issue of helping around the house? She said, I do everything. I work all my jobs. I do my businesses. I come home. I cook and clean. This guy has been at home for 4 long years. He hasn't worked. And he does not lift his hand to hoover the house. He does not lift his hand to go and do shopping, even though she's the one making the money, okay, to help her to say, okay, darling, you're working so hard. This is how I can pick up the pieces. Because he feels that it is beneath him. This is what people don't tell you about imported wives. This is what imported wives go through. Nobody tells you. So when you open your mouth out there and you start saying things about women that you go to marry from Africa, this is how they behave, this is how they behave. Do you also know this side of the narrative? That a man will not work for 4 long years and he cannot pick up the hoover. You have to go to work, do 2 jobs and come home, hoover, cook and clean and serve him. And at night, he will still say, oh baby, how far? And she said to me, he does that frequently. We say he will still want to knock, and she never denies him. I said, that's good. You're a very good girl. You are doing the right thing. I'm not gonna say that, that you are bad. You're a good person. But unfortunately, what you are doing is not sustainable. It's not. You've done it for 4 years and now you are getting tired. A point will come when you begin to resent him with every of your being. So the job that you're looking for in the so-called career that you want is not available. Go look for another job. Do security. Do cleaning. Whatever. You have to put on your big boy pants and provide. Don't sit down there every day and you are looking for one company to call you. They haven't bloody called you for 4 years. What makes you think they're going to call you now? Think of a different direction. Do something else. And then she said, oh, he started doing something. He was doing Uber, but even the Uber, he couldn't keep it. And if she will say anything, he will flare up and be angry. Hey, it's you that will tell me what to do. I'm not cut off for that kind of a job. You cut off for eating? You cut off for heating during winter? We're going winter now. Are you cut off for heating? Or you are cut off for staying in the cold? And the one that, you know, I'm calm. I just came back from break, so you guys can see how relaxed I am. I'm very calm. I'm coming down. I'm coming down. You didn't tell your family that you don't have a job or that you have no income that this woman has been providing for 4 long years. They think you are doing good and you are still giving her unearned money to your rich family. So when she told me, because initially I was saying, oh, he's a victim, it's good that you are patient with him, it's good, a good wife supports the husband and all that, blah, blah, blah. But when the issue of that, not able to help with the children, not able to help with the house, yeah, she is drowning. And then she told me that her own child that is like maybe 6 years old, she has to pay. What do you guys call them in the US? We call them childminder here. Is it daycare? You call it not daycare, nanny. She has to be paying nanny. This is the most ridiculous thing I've heard lately. We are in partnership together. This is a relationship. You are not working. I'm working. I'm doing 2 jobs. I have a business on the side. We have 3 young children. One of them is not school age yet, and they need childcare. Me, from the little money I'm bringing to the house, I'm taking from inside to go and pay nannies again because you are too proud to look after your own child. That's when I draw the line there. I said, no, no. He's at home every day. He cannot care for a child that is not, it's not like a 9 months old baby or 6 months before you say, oh, what will he do? He cannot feed the baby. All you brothers that are always here criticizing and calling us names saying that we bash you on this platform. I hope you are hearing. This is a true life story. Oh. Choma is here. Oh. I hope you are hearing. This is how you drive women to the wall. When they now leave, now you say, hey, I brought her to America. She left me. I brought her to America. She's seen another man. I brought her to the US. Now I brought her to the UK. I know they grand. Choma is basically living her life to please this man so that she will not fall into the stereotypical imported wife. But she cannot sustain it. And now she's saying, please, I need help. You guys help me. I don't know what to do. You guys heard the final part of the story that I read for you. This is from my conversation that I was able to read it. She's in the marriage. She wants to stay in the marriage. Say, I love my husband, but I cannot sustain this behavior. 4 years you've not worked. The one of the property, I'll talk about it briefly. So he has a pipe dream of building this. You know how Igbo people like building mansions in Nigeria. They build it everywhere. Some build in the city, most in the villages that nobody's ever going to live. It is a thing that they have. You cannot change their mind. It's fine. To every malan to their kettle, if that's what you like. Okay. But how is this woman called Choma going to be doing all these jobs that I'm telling you about? All of you that judge imported wife, listen to this. You are using the money to fend for the whole of your family. You are sending to your own influential rich family. And you are still taking the money to do the so-called project in Africa, of which your family do not know. Not be juju be that, my people. Not be juju be that. So I asked her, I said, tell me a little bit about your background. She said, she didn't have much confidence growing up. She was shushed a lot. She was this child that her, parents, father mostly would say, shut up, shut up, shut up. But it killed her confidence. She was a very shy and withdrawn child. She wouldn't speak in class. She was bullied a lot in school. And that's how she lost her confidence. But she recognized where the vulnerability is coming from. And she's also taking action now to start getting help. She's in therapy already, which I'm really, really proud of her. You see? So you think it's normal for a man to sit down at home every day for 4 long years? If it's 6 months, I will understand. This is not 6 months. 4 long years. You say you are looking for one particular kind of job. If you don't see this job, you will not do something else. And the woman is trying to be a good wife. Monkey they walk, babu they chop. Thank you, Neka. Are you sending money to your parents? No. If you want to send money to my parents, maybe you will just give me like $10 or $20 to send. I say, what? You have younger ones. So you basically just came to America to go and be serving, to go and be working and serving a full-grown adult. All because you don't want to live a life where you'll be labeled stereotypically. You don't do that with your life. No, you can't. You can't live your life to prove a point. Okay? You have your journey. Everybody has their journey. As long as you are true to yourself. So, I'm going to stop talking in a minute. I'll share. I'm sure you guys have a lot. Are you guys feeling the way I'm feeling? Are you feeling a certain kind of way? Yeah. So I'm gonna invite, because she's asking for advice, right? It's not normal. Bridget Davis said this is not normal at all. So she's saying that, I want advice. And that part of it that she said, is this normal? Am I doing the right thing? I need advice, please. So she's come basically to ask Obodo Farm on this platform for advice. Okay? I've already outlined some of the things that went wrong in the way the marriage was contracted and all that. So the big elephant in the room is the mother. Okay? This boy, let me call him a boy because he's not a man. Men don't behave like this. Real men don't behave like this. He's a boy. He's going to the mother, running to the mother, everything running to the mother. But the mother does not know that you don't have a goddamn job. 4 whole years, you are breaking your back. It is not sustainable. It is not sustainable. So Choma is asking for advice. Does anybody have advice? I'm not going to stay very long. I'm going to try to aim to do this within an hour and a half. So that's why I've tried to summarize the story under 40 minutes. So I'm sharing my link. If you've got something to say, please don't delay. Come into the studio and let's advise her. But please be kind. Be kind in your... I know it can trigger some people in a certain way. Yeah. To complain about her, everything she says. Like when she said, why couldn't you change diapers? You're at home and you are paying childcare. One parent is at home and you are paying childcare. Why are you paying for nannies when one parent is at home? So this comes from the upbringing where people think that, only women look after children. Abi? Only women look after children. So the little money that you are making that she's supposed to use to care for herself and actually help her parents back home that trained her to become the woman she is, why she has the intelligence and the intellect and everything she knows today to work like a Jackie in America for you. She cannot even send them $50. So it's going to trigger something in some of you, but let us be kind and advise her from a place of love. What should she do? What should she do? I asked her, is this something that you can bring up with your mother-in-law? Can you speak to her? Because apparently, Oga mother-in-law lives in America as well. She said, no, 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 no. She can never have the confidence to talk to the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law will eat her, he will chew her raw and spill her out. I say, hey, in some situations, I wish I'm the one. I want to put myself in that situation because I will match and go and meet her. I am very confrontational. I know they fear nobody. I will tell her, auntie, mommy, or whatever, and whatever you are, granny, your son does not have a job. So when you start calling and demanding for money, do you know I'm the one making the money? And you people still call me riffraff. You call me that I'm beneath you because my family don't have money. You that have money, I'm the one giving you money. So it's going to trigger some things in you guys because I know it did trigger something in me. I'm not the one going through it, but when I hear things like this, I don't feel good because I don't like people being used. This is basically abuse. I don't like it. Yeah. So I don't like it at all. So this is where we are. She's still in the marriage. She wants to remain in marriage. She's in love with her husband, but how do we navigate, or how does Choma, how can you help Choma to navigate this situation whereby she doesn't have a mental breakdown from overstressing and overworking herself, being emotionally, financially abused, while mother-in-law is sitting on top of the matter and judging, complaining. He said so many things I cannot. She said so many things I cannot repeat here about her, even about her child. Why Choma is trying to please. Okay, I got my first caller. Good evening. Hello, I got you. Is it Tabe?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Do you want to show your face or you want me to cover it?
No, cover it, please.
Okay, I will cover it now because some people don't like their face being seen. Okay, it's covered. All right. While I'm
Thank you.
taking calls, I'll cover it. You're welcome, my darling. What do you have to say?
Thank you very much, Auntie B. I'm sure if I can say I always, always, always enjoy every of your show. Thank you
Thank you, my
very
love.
much. You are helping women. You are helping all women. You are helping the young ones. In fact, I used to say if everybody in the whole world can watch your show so that they will not enter any type of marriage, I would have been the happiest person. If, ah, if I was just crying as you are explaining everything because you have explained everything. I was just crying because I don't know how human being can be used by other human beings in the name of marriage. What I can say to this girl that you have already said is if we tell her, even so many people will call, they tell her to leave, she will not leave. She already have that mentality in her that if she leave, they're gonna say, oh, they brought her to America and she just abandoned the husband. What I can say to her is the first thing is that let her pray. Let God show her own what she needs. Let God show her, because no matter what we are going to say here on this platform, if it is not God's will for her, she will continue to be in that abusive relationship, because that is second slavery that we are living in the name of marriage. So I just pray that let her pray so that God will show her what to do, because no matter how so many people will give their opinions here, if she have it in her mind that she will not go out, she will not go out. So God should show her the way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tabe. I appreciate your contribution. We don't want her to leave. I'm not even saying she should leave. I don't think she
Yeah,
wants to leave, and I don't think she should leave, to be honest. But it's how to
yeah,
manage the situation in a way that it doesn't buy her, it doesn't delete her. Because, like I said, this behavior cannot continue. How can a man not work for 4 years and the so-called imported wife is the one carrying all the load, and you don't even
yeah.
help?
No, let her take the decision. Let her pray. God will show her what to do.
Okay, thank you very much, Tabe. I appreciate your contribution. Lovely to hear from you. Let her pray. That's what Tabe has said. Okay, moving on quickly. Natasha, I've got you. Good evening. Where are you joining us from?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. I'm joining you from Canada. from Toronto, actually.
Okay.
And I just quickly wanted to chime in just because the situation hits home. First
Right.
of all, I love your show. I have been binge watching all your episodes, and then I caught this one on live. So, thank you so much for all you do. I think it's so important for all the women literally everywhere. I'm going to share this with everyone I know. Um, but to comment on the caller, the only thing though, personally, I want to just give her the perspective because I am the child of a family whereby my father's family never accepted my mother, and it was just basically because my mom, when she was married to my dad, she had another child, and the tradition, they were like, you should have married somebody who basically didn't have another child. That was their thing. And what I want to tell her is, I think she's looking right now. I think a lot of people are looking at it in the perspective of, what should she do now? But I think she should really look at it in the perspective of her children. When people don't like you, when a family does not like you, they're not going to accept your children. They will cut you off at every point, and it does not stop. It's not, I feel like sometimes maybe she's thinking, okay, if I do this, I think part of maybe, I'm not sure, I don't know her, but I think maybe she's thinking if she keeps working and does all these things and keeps working hard, her family will not see her as a riffraff. They'll not see her as hardworking.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, she will never do it. My family lives in Canada, and just to put it on blast there a little bit, my family lives in Canada, but the reason we're in Canada is because of my mother. She's the one who made the move. She's everything that has advanced in my family is actually my mom who has pushed my dad. My dad does not have that motivation or that energy, and yet to this day, his family does not still accept her. Do you understand? So
Mm-hmm.
personally, I don't think that she's seeing forward. I think she's not in reality accepting of who her husband is. When I was younger, I used to wonder, like, why is it that my mom's always fighting with my aunts and whatever? I used to wonder that all the time. But then as I got older and I'm, at marriage age myself, I realized I'm like, the problem is really my father. Is because men like this, they hide behind their mother's skirt, and they've been doing this since they were young. His mother knows he does not work. Like, I feel like she thinks that his family does not know this. They know he does not work. It's not very hard to know that someone does not have a job. They don't tell you anything about their job. They probably ask him, son, how's work? And 4 years ago was probably the last time we told him anything about work. So they know that he does not work.
Hmm.
They don't care. I think that's the thing and this is just my assumption. I don't know. I'm not fact. I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah. I mean, it's a possibility. I'm
Yeah.
not going to rule it out.
Yeah.
Saying it now, the way you sounded it, it is a possibility that they actually know he's not working, but it doesn't make any difference.
Exactly. It does not make any difference because, like I said, like when someone's not working, when your friend does not have a job, they don't have a job because they'll be telling you about their job hunting stories. They'll be telling, everybody commiserates about work, boss this, that, vacation this, right? But like, how would you not know that your son's not working? They know, but they don't care. It sounds like the family primed her for abuse from time, primed her, put her in a position where they put her on top. If they are affluent, if they are wealthy, there are plenty of wealthy Nigerian families. We all know them. I'm not Nigerian, but we all hear about wealthy Nigerian families. They're the ones that support their children when they live abroad. They're the ones that buy houses for their children when they live abroad and their families in Nigeria. So if his family is so wealthy, why are they not supporting their son? It sounds like maybe this is, do you know what I mean? I think she has to take off the rose colored glasses that she has about her husband and about their family. They're not that wealthy. If they were wealthy a long time ago, and they just held on
Why
to
would they even need money from him if they are wealthy?
exactly. And that's my point. Is like, and what I'm saying is like, if they are wealthy, like I know people who are wealthy, whether their parents are the ones that are buying their houses, like their children and their 20s, 30s, their parents are buying houses for their children in Canada. Do you know what I mean? And because they have the money, whether it's illegally gotten money or whatever, but they have it. They're investing, you know what I mean, in their children. That's what wealthy, truly wealthy, affluent, the Dankotes of the world, that's what they do. They don't, but the fact that this family is not wealthy. If they were wealthy, they're just probably just maybe better than her. They're middle class and she's lower class. And they're holding that against her for the rest of her life. They will never change the attitude. And then what they've seen is like, oh, because families like that, they'll read you. Are you the kind of person that is going to continuously seek for our approval? And she's in that position whereby she's continuously seeking their approval. She's doing all this work. This man has 2 children from another, relationship. She's taking care of them. She's doing mom. She's doing this. She's working. This guy can't even bother to lift a finger. That entitlement comes from his mother. That
Yeah,
entitlement, and that's what I'm saying. And then the thing about it is, when he now tells you that, oh, like, because you'll come back and tell her, oh, my mom is the one who wants this, my mom is the one who wants this. So in her mind, she's fighting with his mom. In her mind, the enemy is the mom. But no, when the mother did not want him to marry her, did you not go ahead and marry? If his
exactly.
mom was so powerful that
Mhm.
everything, if when he wants to do something,
He
no
did
matter
it.
what his mother
Yeah. He
says,
went
he
all the
will.
way from America, did
Exactly.
introduction, did everything, and married her, brought her against the mother's wish or
Exactly. So
wishes.
that was something that he wanted to do. So everything else that he's saying, my mother this, my mother that, my mother, it is him. It's just because he's a coward. Men like this, they're very cowardly. I know this because, like I said, I might be projecting from my own father, but I know this because I've seen it. They will hide behind, oh, mommy, this. They'll hide. My father used to hide behind his mother and his sisters. So they'll hide behind, oh, they don't want you to do this, they want you to do this. But it's not really what they want. Because when they are motivated to do something for themselves that they want to do, they
They
will
will
do it.
do it.
So, and that's why I think she should consider it. Because she loves her husband, and I don't want to. I don't, I love love. I want people to be in love, but I want her to be very realistic and see her man for who her man truly is. And I
Yeah.
think she's looking at it as, oh, the mother is the enemy, but truly the enemy is the person who's living in her own house, sleeping beside her, because he knows he has that weapon. He knows he has that shield. Do you understand? And then she should also consider that if a family does not like you like this, if you today, for example, God forbid something happens to her, she falls ill, she doesn't work, or she passes away, God forbid, what will happen to her child?
No,
This is
let's not even go that far.
not
What if the marriage ends? It succumbs to
exactly.
mommy's pressure and the marriage ends. Since he's controlling the purse and she's got nothing save for the raining day. I like what somebody said in the comment section. I pinned it a while ago, and they
Mhm.
said that you should start by, because we're looking for practical solutions, right? Now
Yes,
somebody said the first thing Choma needs to do is open her own bank account. I
that's
already told
exactly
her
what I
that.
was also going to say. Open
I
a
told
bank
her
account
that. Yeah.
that he does
So
not know
yeah,
about.
yeah. So yeah, thank you very much,
No
Natasha,
problem.
for your
Okay.
contribution. You sounded very, very intelligent.
Mm.
Loved speaking to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. I'm moving on now. Got a studio full. I'm just going serially as people are coming into the studio. Angie is next. Hello, Angie.
Hi, Bridget. Good evening
Good evening, sis. Where are you joining us from?
from Germany.
You're welcome. What do you have to say?
Yeah, you see, this is one of the reasons when we are growing up and you're hearing people saying, "Oh, I wish that I don't have a mother-in-law. I wish that my mother-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
my future mother-in-law, will die before I marry her son." This is one of, when I hear this story, this is what is coming to my mind, because
Mm-hmm.
some mother-in-laws are really, really very terrible. Really,
Mm-hmm.
really very terrible. Listen, women, when a man comes to ask for your hand in marriage and his family does not accept you, believe me, they will never accept you. Never. There is nothing you will do on this planet Earth to please them. As long as their mind is against you, you can never win. You can't win this race. My advice for you, Choma, we are looking at it practically. Let me tell you, my sister, you have to stand gidigam on your 2 feet and look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself who I am. You are walking. This is Europe, abroad. We work in the summer, we work in the winter when it's cold. You go out there, you have 2 jobs, you're doing all this side hustle just to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you put food on the table for a man who doesn't want to improve himself. When a man disrespects you in front of his family and in front of you, do you think that that man really loves you? You are claiming that you love him and you don't want to break your marriage and all that because of the stigma of we women in abroad. But let me
Important
tell you,
wives.
the
Yes.
way I see it, this marriage is one-sided. You are
Hmm.
living in that house as a single mother. As far as I am concerned, I'm looking at it that way
And
because
a
you are
lot
the
of people
one.
have said that in the comment section. You
Yeah,
are not alone, Angie.
you are the one taking care. You're just living there. He's just like a flatmate because you are the one providing for the children. You are the
Mm-hmm.
one providing for him all the bills. You are the one paying. Girl, come on, wake up. Listen, the first thing you have to do is get an account for yourself. You work
Mm-hmm.
hard for that money.
Mm-hmm.
Get an account for yourself. Be accountable for your own money. A man in this present stage and age does not have a right to dictate to you how you spend your money. If you want to contribute, contribute, but you have your own personal money to take care of yourself. God forbid now something happens to you tomorrow. Now, where where are you going to start from? This same man, if he gets a better job tomorrow, now he might decide that you're not good enough and he will get another woman. What will you do then?
Hmm.
Huh? Your
I asked
family
her
are,
today. Tell
yeah,
you this. Angie, I asked her today. I say, Choma, if I say transfer $100 now, can you do it? She said, Auntie B, if I do it without his consent, I will be in trouble.
and you call that marriage.
I say, did you say you are the one making this money? Are you lying to me? She said, I swear to you.
She's not lying. No, they are like that. There are a lot of them like that in Germany. She's not lying, but I don't understand why you see, it's not easy to go out. I am also working. It's not easy to go out in the cold, especially this season where we are, to go and work and then give all that money to a man who sits at home, doesn't assist you, even to the children that he has with you. It doesn't make sense. She should. She
Okay.
first of all, she needs a therapist. She needs to understand. She should go to a counselor or a therapist to try to reset herself,
She's already in
and
therapy. Yeah.
yeah, she should try that and get access to her money. If she doesn't want him to know about she can have a secret bank account where she can only
What
have
if he finds
access to
out?
that money.
He will definitely find out if the same, because remember she's been submitting her paychecks for all these years. So if anything, if he reduces, he's gonna find out and he's gonna blow hot. How is she gonna deal with that? She doesn't have the confidence to do that.
Then my sister, she's not in a marriage. She's not in a marriage. She's just like a modern slave working for a master. She's not in a marriage, because a marriage is where two people come together to agree to develop themselves. She's the only one suffering in this marriage, providing for this marriage. She's not in a marriage. The sooner she understands that, the better. This man will not change. His family does not like her. He's not defending her in front of his family. What else? I mean, the signs are there. She's just not seeing it. She's just
Okay.
not seeing it, in my own opinion.
All
Because
right.
if she's saying that she's fighting for a marriage where the other partner is not fighting for that marriage to become one, then she's living like a single mother in that home. So she
Four
should
years of
4 years.
joblessness in this abroad.
4 years.
In this
Ah,
abroad,
no,
except you want to
no.
be jobless, there must be something you can do. There must
She
be. You can't
she
tell me
should.
that there's no work. If you don't get your professional job, you won't go and you won't go out there and go and work in the supermarkets. You won't go and work in the shops.
Well, let's just assume that he's used to a certain life. But in Europe,
Who cares
there's
about
no
the life that
certain
you're used
life.
to?
There's no certain
If
life
you don't
in
have the money
Europe.
to live that lifestyle, okay. If
They
she was
do.
not paying, let me tell you something, Angie.
Oh,
Before I move on to Annie is next. Let me tell you a funny thing. I said to her, I said, okay, now you are the one 4 years working, and this guy is not working, and he doesn't want to take any kind of job except it is this particular job. If you were not there, how will he survive?
hungry go kill
She
him
said,
now.
oh, no, now what did they talk? He's always saying that if not for you now, imagine how will I
He's,
survive? Is
he's
it
a
that is
very lazy
surviving me? I
man.
say,
He's a
stop
very
it.
lazy man.
That's emotional blackmail.
Male. He's
That
a
is
very
emotional
lazy
blackmail.
man.
Women are not built to take care of men. Guys,
Yes,
please.
exactly. My
Women are
point.
not, we're not built to take care of men.
She has a right to work, but she should work
A
for her
man is built
for
to take care
herself.
of a woman.
Like you see me now, I'm happily married. My husband works, I work. I work for myself. My husband works to take care of the home. I work to provide for what I want without asking him. If I want to buy a pair of shoe, I use from my money that I'm working to buy a pair of shoe. If I want to buy a dress, I took from my money to buy a dress. But everything that concerns the household, my husband is taking care of that. That's the way you should be able to work for yourself, to have that joy that you are going out every day to work and you can afford what you want without asking your husband. That is cooperation in the house. But
Okay.
for this modern time, for a woman to be providing all these things for a man, and then he sits at home and he decides what job he wants to do and what job he doesn't want to do, that is a very lazy man. And
Thank you, Angie.
she's funding him for that. She's helping him to be even more lazy, because if she tells him, no, I cannot do this anymore, you have to go out and work like your fellow men, believe me, you will see where the problem will start cropping up, because now he's comfortable in his own zone because she's not complaining and she's bringing everything to him on the table. This is my pay slip. So he's comfortable that he married a wife who cannot talk. So
All
she
right.
should stand on her feet and
All
face
right.
him and tell him, look, enough is enough. I want to be able to control my money and to contribute the best way I can, but you have to work as a man. That's my contribution.
All right. Thank you very much. Spot on. All right. Thank you, Angie, for your contribution. I'm moving on quickly. Annie, you are next. Before I put Annie on, I want to ask something. Because when these conversations, we hold these conversations and people start saying, oh, all these Obodo women, all these African women in diaspora, you are like this, you are like this, you lost your this, you lost your that, you don't remember. Please, how many of you, looking back, will say that your fathers were jobless, they didn't do nothing, and your mothers were the ones taking care of your fathers 100% all your life? I mean, I'm not saying, nobody is saying that if a man that you love, man that you are married to, that you're with, falls, you are there to support. That's your role. Help mates. Help. Even the Bible says help. It doesn't say you are the one that is to be the forefront person standing in front. So why is it that when we start having these conversations about marriages in the diaspora, when it comes to the issue of finances and they start saying that how women are not respectful, how women are doing this, nobody ever looks at it that it is wrong for you to expect a woman to bear the burden of the family. It is just not right. And you do it with pride as a man. You are emotionally blackmailing and saying, if not for you now, you see, if not for you, where will I be? Eh? What will I do? 4 whole years? Haba. Annie, you're welcome, my darling.
Auntie
Hey,
B.
it's our Annie. Annie, you need to
Auntie
look for a
B, good
name for this kind
evening.
of mother-in-laws. You give us a name today before you leave. You're welcome.
Seriously,
Mhm.
Auntie. All
Yes.
this, what will I call them now? She is
Mm.
tick that suck. They suck is it the host until the host dies. Is tick now. They are tick. They suck
It's you that gave
their
us Mango
children.
Park before.
These are thick mother-in-laws, auntie.
Thick
They suck the
mother-in-laws, okay.
children. They suck the anybody that comes around the children, even the ones they approve. Even if the mother-in-law approves of a certain lady for their sons, and along the line the person they approve stop dancing to their tune, they will still turn against that person. So such mother-in-laws, you can't win. Like you said from the beginning, if you this for generally now, please, if you want to get married and the mother-in-law does not like you, auntie, run. Even if the family members like you, they say, no, our mother is like that, she will come around. Don't wait for her to come around. You run around and run out. Please, don't stay there. You can never win. And for Choma, auntie, this thing of important spouse, I don't even think is real. Because if I get married in Lokoja and my spouse is living in Benin and we don't want to be living separately, I will go and join him in Lokoja, abi? So did he
Yes.
import? I will go and join him in Benin and me. So did he
Mhm.
import me from Lokoja to Benin? So is marriage? Both of you decide that either you want to live in Nigeria or you want to live in the overseas. And now you decided that you want to join him in the overseas. So who imported who? So nobody is doing anybody favor. You are not homeless. You are not handicapped. So bringing you to join him because you need paper. That's why he did the sponsorship. That is the system. So this mindset of let them not say that imported wives come. You are not imported you anything. You came to join your husband because you people chose to live overseas. That's one. Two, you Chioma, what I see here is that you think, because like what the other lady said, the guy is telling you that is the mom. So you think that I'm sure that he's even telling her that, if you keep doing this, I know my mom, you will win her over. So she wants to kill herself to win a tick
He's
over.
not
You
even telling the
can't
mom
do
what she's
that.
doing. Annie, he's not telling the mom what she's doing. All
Okay,
the work and money she's earning, he didn't tell the mom nothing. They don't even know
auntie,
she's bringing anything
auntie,
in.
it's possible. These people are very close to their mothers. I'm telling you, it's possible he's telling the mom. And the mom doesn't care. After all, you brought her to the abroad. Let her be working, Jare. Make sure you are sending us the money you used to send us when you were working. No, I don't care how you get the money. And so he's enslaving the girl. That is one. Then two, you ask the question, Choma, is it normal? It's not normal that you have one child and you are taking care of two children that one woman that I don't know where she is gave birth for. And the man is sitting on at home. You are feeding him and you are feeding his children. You are schooling them and you are schooling his children. And you are even putting your own child. And did you know how much they pay nanny? It's expensive. Oh. Nanny job is expensive because it's government regulated. Even if it's on that table, it is still not cheap.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
not normal. And this man that you said maybe he has told you he loves you, Choma, he doesn't love you. A man that loves you protects you. A man that loves you nurtures you. A man that loves you loves everything that is yours. He will love your family. Now, he doesn't allow you send money to your family. He doesn't love you. He doesn't care about you. He's just using you. That is what it is. And like what somebody said, the family is rich. How rich are they? I don't understand. They are rich. Then you are supposed to even just not be working and they'll be taking care of everything. So I don't, with everything that Auntie you have narrated about this story,
Bridge.
I don't
Annie
even think
Bridge.
that having conversation with this man will make any difference, Auntie. Because a man that you tell, why did you change my child's diaper, and is angry, you now want to come and be telling him that, uncle, please, oh, I'm tired, oh, you need to work. From what I see, there is no normal relationship here going on. They can't have a conversation, because if they can
No,
have a conversation, she will
no,
not
they
be
can't.
asking you, what can I do? Is this normal? No. So if she should begin first, at least when she knows now that this whole scenario is abnormal, probably that will reset something in her head. And then she should think of what to do. Do I want to stay here and continue this abnormal life? Is this sustainable? Am I draining? What do I want to do? If I want to leave, if you want to leave, you don't need to tell him. Plan your exit and leave. If you are in Canada, go to another. Okay, Canada, their provinces are far, so you can live from Toronto to Calgary. It's far enough. Go far away from him, because it will still come to the place of, I brought her, she left me. Oh, Auntie Sef, I'm so angry about this whole situation that
I
women will be
know.
asking, what
I
do I
know.
do? What do
I
you not
know.
do? Carry your bag one day and leave if you want to leave.
I know.
You
I
can't
know how you
keep.
feel, Annie. That's
I
exactly how I
don't
felt when
know.
I was talking to her. I was like, you cannot even use your own money that you are working so hard for. As I was talking to
Exactly.
her, she was on her way to another job. Oh. She was driving, all this long American drive that you drive before you get to where you are going.
Even if you are a slave, even slaves, they pay them small money, right? So now you are working and you are not even paid from the work. You are working now. You are working for the husband, and your husband is not paying you at least monthly. He's not even giving you allowance, obviously.
How do you hand in your paycheck to another human being?
I don't even know now. Until what do you? I don't even want to go there, because I go just talk one thing now. I don't even know.
Me, I
So
don't know how it
Chioma,
happens. So I don't know the amount of love that will catch me. Oh.
me, I
I don't
don't
think I've ever
know.
experienced that. Maybe I never loved before in my life. Maybe I don't know what love
Auntie,
is.
it's not love, it's
I
stupidity, I
don't see
beg.
the love that will make me to hand in my paycheck to another human, except it's not me that do the work. Because you should be the one taking care of me as my husband. It's
Thank
not me that will be
you.
taking care of you.
Does my body forbid my money? My body like my money. Go punish devil and the stepmother. Chioma, please advise yourself. You are not in a marriage. You are not in a healthy relationship. You are in a toxic environment, a toxic relationship. You can't win your in-laws, and you can't change your husband. I'll call him your husband because he paid your bride price. But this thing that you are doing, Auntie Choma, is not normal. It is the most abnormal thing. It's not normal. It's wrong. It's not shade. And what you need to do is to leave. That's my own advice. Leave.
You're not the
But
only
when
one.
you
A
are
lot of people
planning
are
your
saying leave,
leaving,
leave, leave.
do not let him know, because he will continue to black. As he's telling you now, if not for you now, what will I do? You will sleep under the bridge now. If not for me, you will. You what do you want to? If it's not for me that is working to feed you, you are not handicapped. You are not blind. You are not lame. You are not crippled. You are not deaf. You are not dumb. And you are telling another, I don't like this kind of thing, Auntie. I beg, Choma, you should not be there. Even if you want to I don't know, leave. That's my own. But plan your living quietly so you do not endanger your life. Auntie B,
Okay.
I love you. Good to see
I
you
love you
back.
too.
Love
Thank
you,
you,
Auntie.
sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Right, we're moving on. A lot of people are saying leave. Me, I am not quite there yet. I don't think she should leave. I don't think we are quite there yet. I think she should have a conversation, a very frank and honest conversation with her husband first. I'm not going to jump to say leave, okay? But she needs to, as the kids in this part of the world will say, she needs to man up. She will man up and sit him down. Wake him up. You know that kind of conversation, Chin, when you are next. Okay, I'll add you in a minute. You know this kind of conversation when you wake somebody up 2 a.m. When they are sound asleep, that's when you wake them up and say, please wake up. I need to talk to you. You would have articulated everything, you rehearsed it over and over again, then you begin to download. This is it. Since I came to this country, even before I married you, this is the role your parents, your mothers played, your siblings, they don't like me, they don't respect me, they abuse me all the time, and you've never stood up for me. Chama, are you listening to me? Wake him up at 1 a.m. so that he will know that this matter is serious. Because me, I'm not in that, I've not reached that point of leaving like other people are saying. I won't say you should leave. Not now. Wake him up. I've been in this country. Things were good when I came. Then, situation changes. You lost your job. But it's been 4 years now. And I have been supportive. Yet, you do nothing to help. This is meant to be a union of two people. This is meant to be a partnership. Oyibo, they call them partner. There's a reason why they call. Partner cannot be one person. One person cannot form a partnership. It needs to be two or more. In this context of relationship or marriage, now two people. But give examples. Not caring for that child while you are paying child care. While he's sitting at home every day. Even if he's job searching for 4 long years. How many hours does it take to do an online application to apply for jobs? You cannot talk to him about picking up a job in a supermarket, driving an Uber, doing security work, or picking up any pieces of job. I wish there are men like BO are here today, or Samolu, that can really speak. So you can understand that it's not we women just making noise. So any guy that is in the studio, you're a real man that you are here, and you got your family, you hold yourself up as a man that is worthy of respect and honor, that you're not going to treat your wife like this. Then download everything to him. Say, now I am coming to a place where I can no longer continue. I don't take care of my parents. I don't do anything. All I do is take care of yourself and your children. I'm working like a slave. But this is not going to work anymore. You are not asking for permission. You are telling. There's a difference between, how you be saying something. There's a tone that you used to say. When you are telling somebody, you are putting your foot down. You are not saying, you are being assertive. You are not saying, can I have a bank account? Or You are telling him, from today, go and tell your mother. I know this is the next thing that you will do. But going forward, this is what is going to happen for this marriage to work. I can no longer be the sole provider. I've done it for 4 years. It is killing me. Number 2, I need to have my own bank accounts. Number 3, I need to send money to my parents regularly because they trained me. And all the years I've been in America, they've not benefited shishi from me. But your so-called rich family are still benefiting. Very serious conversation. Have that conversation with him. It will shock him. because he has never seen you like that before. It will wake him up and then see his reaction. When you finish talking to him, tell him, I'm going to leave you. Now, everything, say it. Because sometimes, men don't know that women remember. I tell you, women don't forget things. We don't. When you finish downloading that cassette or CD player, then tell him, I'm going to just leave you with that, but I'm going to do whatever I need to do. Then give you some time and see if there's going to be changes. You need to tell him that he needs to go and get a job. Between now and the end of the year, let him go and get a job. He should go and drive Uber. If you cannot do Uber, Uber delivery is there. There is no way you can be in America, for goodness sake, for 4 years. You are telling me you have no job now. Kilo day, one fish any. Are you costs? You are not seeking permission. You are talking from a place of, this is it. This is what's going to happen. I'm not trying to direct you. I've been submissive. 4 long years is enough. Going forward is either this or you go back to your mama. No matter. But you need to come to a place where you have that confidence to do it, because you don't want to lose your marriage. He might run to his mother. Oh. Don't say anything. He might run to his mother. Oh. That's a chance you need to be willing to take. Are you willing to take that risk? All right. Chinwe, I've got you.
Hello, Sister B. Good evening.
You're welcome, my darling. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Sweden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember you, Chinwe. You're welcome,
Yeah.
darling. What do you have
Thank
to
you.
say to our sister, Choma?
Yeah, Sister B, all this story, rich. The real rich Nigerians will never live abroad. That 1%, none of them will live abroad.
Oh, rich.
They will not live.
Now they are village rich. Now village rich.
Just don't mind those ones. Swedish man, we say quit snack. Those ones are just shit talking and that they are rich. You are rich. Yet, I'm sorry, Chioma, I don't want to be disrespectful to your husband, but somebody is rich, yet you're busy doing one project in one village, in one place, and they are rich, and you're saying they are rich. They are not rich, oh. They are what Yoruba we call Oluwalambe Lodge. Another thing is this: how can you be taking care of a whole man for 4 years, 4 good years? This story looks like magic for me, because I don't know. If it was not coming from you, Sister B, I would find it a little difficult to believe that somebody will take care of a jobless man for 4 good years.
Oh yes, she's not the only one. There are so
and
many
you're
more.
cooking, and you're cooking all kind of food for him. You will cook for him. He will eat.
There's somebody when we started that said, "This is my story." He resonates with me 100%. You think she's the only one in this abroad?
Me, I don't pay bills, so I don't pay bills. My husband takes care of every. Yes, I work, but my husband takes care of every bill. I don't pay bill. All these big stories, you'll be taking care of a man for 4 years. You dey craze? Oh, your mama no born boy. I've been awaiting. No verse, Chioma. And please, my dear, I'm telling you, just you know you don't like your situation. You yourself, you know you don't like your situation. Then you have to find a solution. I'm not the one who will tell you to leave him. But do you like your situation? You live abroad, you cannot take care of your parents. You cannot even spend your own money. What kind of life is that? For me, it is not marriage. It is a slave and master relationship. You think about it. Do you like your own situation? It's not as if he's even helping. He's not helping. You will be the one to take care of your kids when you get home. A nanny will take care of the kids when he's at home. Of what use is he? The Bible says a man who cannot fend for his family is more than infidel. The Bible calls them infidel. So you think about it and do something about it. You cannot live a life for somebody. You're living a life for him. How can you be working and be giving somebody your paycheck? What kind of life is that? Think about it. You're running a project for a man in one village, paying for one project. He's building a house on his own name, yet he's not working. I don't blame his mom, because his mom is not. His mom, I think he should be answerable for his actions. His mom is not living with you people. His mom is not asking him not to work. His mom is not the one who will go out and look for a job for him. 4 years, not 4 months, not 4 weeks. My dear, take care of yourself. If you know what to do, you do something. You can't live your life for somebody else. There's nothing wrong with you making your own money too and taking care of yourself. You're busy paying bills for a man and feeding him, and you think it's a normal thing. It's not a normal thing, Please,
Somebody
that's
said,
just my own.
thank you very much, Chinwe.
Yeah,
Thanks for your contribution, sweetie.
yeah.
Have
All
a good
right, bye
evening,
bye.
darling.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah.
Theo said she can get a leave of absence for 1 month. Tell him you are fired and see if his brain wakes up. Okay. He will go back to his family again and go and beg for money. I think that's what he would do. This guy is not ready to do. You know, this kind of people that they are so rigid, they are set in their mind that this is the job I must do. If I don't get this job, I will not do any other thing. That is the kind of person that this guy is from the description that I heard. So I don't know if that is going to work to you, but Choma is here. She's seeing the comments. She's listening to the advice. And yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Miss Q, hello. Unmute yourself, please. Miss Q Afrique.
Hi, Auntie B. Good evening and good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I've been listening to you, but this is my first time contributing.
Oh, you're welcome. Where are you joining us from?
From the US.
Can you please put your YouTube off? I can hear myself.
How do I put
So
it?
put off the YouTube completely. While Miss Q is trying to sort out her audio, I'm going to ask if we have brothers in the house. I see Adewale in the studio already. Miss Q, I can still hear you. Okay, just say what you have to say while I shut up.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I just want to say I've had a similar experience like Choma, but for me, I did not have to work. But I know where your mother-in-law doesn't want to. Mai told me in my face that I never wanted you. That is why I did not. She said I did not approve of you, and that way she and her daughter they will come to my house, not even talk to me. But anyway, that's not about me. What I want to tell Choma is this: talk to your husband and talk to him frankly, tell him that you are going to open an account for yourself. Don't like, be strong, because your husband is doing this knowing that you are a weak person, that whatever he says, you will do it because you want that marriage to work. Wake him up, tell him everything that you've been going through, how you feel, how he's making you feel, and tell him that as from this day, as I'm telling you this night, tomorrow I'm going to open an account for myself. And this is how much I will be putting in that account that you have control of. And this is how much I will be sending to my parents back home. Don't even listen to him trying to talk you down. If you try that and it doesn't work, my dear sister, I'll tell you, that man did not marry because of love. He saw in you that you will come to this country and be a slave for him. Why would somebody be for 4 years without working? In this same America that we live in, there are so many things that he can do. He's just using you. And I'm sure the family knows that he's not working. Whether they know or not, that's not your problem. Whatever the family throws at you is what he is allowing. He went ahead and got married to you. And then the family did not agree. But yes, he is making you to work and do projects for him. So is the family allowing you to work and do projects for him? No. Stand up for yourself, girl. Please stand up. And if at some point you don't have a place to go, and to be, I can leave you my number. I live by myself. I left my home, by the way, and I move on with my life. I live by myself and I have a 1-bedroom. I can let you live and sort out yourself.
What state do you live in? What state do you live in?
I live in Alabama.
Alabama?
Yes.
Isn't that where they don't like black people?
Not all part of Alabama, my dear.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
If you ever need any help in Alabama, take my number, please. My WhatsApp, contact me. Thank you very much, sis. My number is on the screen. Miss Q Africa from Alabama. My number is on the screen. So please take it down. And then, yeah, if we ever need help for someone in Alabama, when I hear that name, Mississippi, it sends shiver off my body because of all the movies I've seen about what they did to black people in those days there. Okay. All right, let's move on very quickly. We got our lovely young man in the building. Dewale. Good
Good
evening.
evening, Auntie V. Can you hear
How
me?
are you? Yes, I hear you.
I'm fine. How's your vacation? I hope you enjoyed
Hey, it
yourself.
was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I just want to talk to Miss Choma, and I think there's something she doesn't understand. And the thing she doesn't understand is the fact that she doesn't actually have a husband. Now, when a man goes out to get married to a wife, there are three basic things for men, like in general, like what I know is that we are ready to provide a home, that's shelter, food, and security. These three basic things. You might not provide the woman with the luxury she wants, but those three basic things has to be there because that's where she's gonna like your home is where she's gonna nest and probably have your children in the future. The children you're gonna have together. But in her case, the man is not even providing any of those three things. So she's the husband, he's the wife. She's the husband, he's the wife in this situation. So
So there's
she
a
doesn't have
reversal
a
of
husband.
roles. Mm.
Exactly, a
Mm-hmm.
reversal of roles because she's the one
Mm-hmm.
providing the food, the shelter for not only him, his children as well. So she needs to understand that she doesn't have a husband. So if she says
Oh,
she loves her husband, there is no
oh,
husband
sorry,
to love.
Adewale. Jacqueline said every company is hiring now.
Yes, I
Make
mean
me laugh. Oh,
in the
Jacqueline,
in
that was funny.
the
Hmm.
West is set up in such a way that there's always job for everyone. It might not
There
be
is
the best
job.
job you
How
want.
can you not have a job for 4 years? It,
For four
me,
years, I can't even
4 years
imagine
is a
that.
long time, Adewale.
It's a very long time, a very, very long time, a very long.
Hmm.
Even while he lost his job, he can still be doing like the step up jobs or something. He can't. I mean, as a
Yeah.
man, you can't just sit at home and watch your wife do all that. You're draining her. She's draining herself. She's going to
Mm-hmm.
start looking wrinkly and all that. The stress is going to be all over her face. I mean, if he sees that every day and he doesn't do something, then I don't think he actually loves her. There's
Mm.
no love there. So
Mm.
she's just look at herself in the mirror. Can I take this far? I'm drowning here, and my child is going to need me. Your child is going to need you. So just
Mm.
think that, and if you can talk to the husband, if he listens, fine. If he doesn't, move on.
Yeah.
That's just it. You only have one life to live. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Adewale.
much,
Very
Auntie B.
lovely to hear from you, my darling. God bless you. Have a good evening. Romari, please don't make me laugh. Oh. You say he's not doing his wifely duty. As a wife, since you guys say he's a wife, now he's not doing his wifely duties. I love what somebody said here. Somebody said that he should. Okay, I like this. Ada, food and travel said, I would rather disengage my salary, make backup plans before conversation with him because we do not know what this man how this man will react. I think that is good counsel. Yeah, maybe you should have a little pot of money first. So tomorrow, as we are speaking, Chama, go and open a bank account and put some money. Make sure your checks going up to Christmas are going into there. Okay? He's in a comfort zone. He's not going to move. He won't get a job as long as you keep submitting that paycheck. Stop doing that, I beg. Okay. Z, I got you. Sweetie, welcome.
Hi, good evening. This is my
Evening.
first time.
You're
So I didn't even know
welcome.
you picked me. I
Yeah, I
don't know
pick
how this
everyone that comes
works.
into the studio.
Yes.
Where are you
So
joining
I
us
think
from?
the first thing I see from this is I think like in general, people are really emotional. I think it's important to look at the facts, look at the actions, not the words. Like his actions say everything you need to know. Um I would definitely not advise her to kind of approach it in a sort of, I'll say, a masculine way. I'll rather move into it like emotionally, like crying to see how he reacts, saying, I'm
No,
so
it's not gonna
stressed,
work.
it's been four
No, it's not
years,
gonna work.
I
But
can't do
okay.
this. But definitely I would say she should sort of plan in silence, of course,
So you think if
open
she
an account
cries,
without
he will
letting him
listen?
know.
If she start crying and say, I'm tired,
Yes,
I
yes.
need
You
a
don't
help.
go into it masculine. Like, I don't know. That's how I'll do it. I wouldn't go in and I wouldn't wake him up at night, to be honest, because some people don't like their sleep being disturbed.
He doesn't have a job. Where is he going the next day? It's not going anywhere.
I
He probably spends the whole day sleeping. He has no children to take care of. His children are still going to daycare,
yeah.
to Manga.
Yeah.
So what
I
is he
think
doing with sleep? Somebody who has not worked for 4 years should not sleep. Why is he sleeping?
mhm. And I'll say from what I see from his action, he doesn't love her. A man that loves a woman will want to do three things. Three P's. He will want to protect her, provide for her and his children that they have together, and he will want to profess his love for her in words and actions. So some men are not good with words, but their actions will tell you that yeah, this man loves me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not doing any of those things. He's not providing nothing. Like I would move in silent. One thing she can do is say she quit her. She lost her job and see how he react. Another option is to say she's going on vacation and leave him. Like I'm going on vacation with my kids, or even like she's going to Nigeria. I don't know, and just
You,
not be and not come back for like a couple months. He's
you
going to
see
get a
why I think
job.
she would struggle to leave that marriage? Why I'm not even talking about leaving. Z, you sound very, very intelligent, even though you look so young, which is good. So it means that, smart women out there. But that crying, I'm afraid it doesn't work with some men. No, crying might
No,
not work. I
really.
don't think at this point, with the manipulation going on, the emotional
Mm-hmm.
abuse, the financial abuse,
Mm-hmm.
going to mommy and not standing up with the family. Like you said, a man that loves you, you will know in his action, the
Yes.
way he behaves, the way he stands up against his family when they are bashing you. Okay? He hasn't done any of that. He's basically exposed that to the family. Okay, so I don't know if that will work, but 4 years
I
is a
think one
long time
question
not to
I
work, but
one question I have is, does she
yeah,
have
go ahead.
support around her? Like, I
No,
mean,
she doesn't even
obviously,
have
our
friends.
family is in Nigeria, but friends, like,
No, no friends.
that's not good. That's not
She
good.
doesn't have friends. When she told me she doesn't have friends, I was shocked.
Yeah,
She
even
doesn't
at
have
work,
business
like,
partners. Hmm?
I
No
think the
friends.
first thing she needs to do is build her support, immediate local support. I think like people underestimate that. I noticed with some females, you get into marriages, relationship, and then you dump all your friends. Like that's the worst thing you could do. You need a
I don't
village.
think she ever
You need a
built any
tribe.
support or friendship in the US. She just came and started working. It was Nigeria and
But
she had friends.
she's been here for
Hmm.
4 years. She should have friends.
No, not 4 years. She's been here longer. It's 4 years that
Yeah.
the
I'm
man has
sorry. She's
not
been
had
here.
job.
Yeah, she needs friends. No,
Hmm.
I don't know why ladies carry marriage on their head like that. Like it's a
You
part
see,
of your life, but you have a whole other part of your life that you should develop and focus on. Um,
you see what I'm thinking now, why I think she will struggle to leave, why I'm not even saying leave, is the fact that
mhm,
she loves her stepchildren so much,
yeah,
and I don't think she wants to leave them. They depend on her. That is the only supportive,
yeah.
care provider that they have. She said to me that even when there's argument in the house and she's leaving, if she gets into her car, they will jump into the car with her. So
Um,
I don't think she can leave
yeah,
these
they
children.
build a
She's
very
emotionally attached to them.
yeah. They have a
Okay?
bond.
Yeah, there's a
It's
bond.
tough. It's tough.
Mm, mm. So yeah, thank you very much, Z. We are
Thank you
rounding
for
up
having
now.
me.
Yeah, you're welcome, sweethearts. Come again. Lovely to have you. ST. Oh, what happened to ST? ST, the thing just flew up when I was about to add you. What happened to your internet connection? The minute I was about to add you, the thing just zoom. I shared my link. ST, come in. Let me take your call and then we can call it a day. I think a lot of people, very quality callers, have spoken. Choma, you've heard everything that you've been told. Some people have even got further than I did. I never even thought about leaving. I think it can still be managed if this uncle will put on his big boy hat and act like a man. Hello, ST, darling.
Hello, Auntie B. Good
Hey,
evening. Long time.
missed you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I missed you too.
So nice to have you. You're welcome, darling.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, what do you
Um,
have to say?
yes, Auntie B, you said most of the things I wanted to say, but I want to say that yes, I'm also not in support of her leaving. But if she wants to take any action, she should have that as a backup. Because the mama, there are two things involved. If she say that, okay, I can't do this anymore, if she takes a stand, which I will encourage her to do, there are two things involved. The mama might say, okay, then let's end this, or it might change. If the man
Yeah.
says, let's end this, then she has a backup plan already. She has her account, just as we advise her. So many
Yeah.
people have advised her, go and
Mhm.
open your own account, put some money in there. Yeah, we are not saying you should leave. I wouldn't advise her to leave, but just have that behind your mind that, okay, it might come to this because you have to take a stand. I've been in similar situation. Yes, life has its up and down,
Mhm.
and we are there to support our man, to support our family. But when something is longer than usual, you have to take a stand. I also took a stand and said, I can't do this anymore. Okay, if you think that is the child that that we made together, I can as well go out there and say, okay, I need a sperm or something. So don't think you've done me a big favor, because of the child that you have given to me. I don't know if you get my point, Auntie B.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it's not a favor. You people are married, for crying out loud. It is your right for him to take care of you. It's not a favor for him to even bring you from Nigeria. It is your right, just like the previous caller said. You are supposed to go and meet him to join him. It's an agreement. You people, you decide that you are not going to have you are not going to, one person is not living in Nigeria, the other person will be living in America. It's an agreement. It is your right to join your husband, for goodness sake. So don't think it's a favor from anywhere. So he is supposed to act up as a man. You people are in partnership. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your children. That is how it's supposed to be. So,
Mhm.
Auntie Shoma, please take your stand. You deserve better. You need to thank God you're in therapy now. I'm sure you will also go through all this. They will tell you you need to value yourself. Just like Auntie B, you posted one day on Instagram, know your worth and add tasks to it. That is what you need.
Absolutely.
That is what you need. You can't be working like Jackie morning till night and one person is spending your money. That is modern day slavery. And
Benny,
don't tell me you love him. Yes, you love him, but does he love you back?
Hmm.
So ask yourself that question, please. Yes, the children, everybody loves children. Children are
Mhm.
innocent. We are supposed to love them. Thank
Yeah.
God you build that attachment. I grew up with my stepmom. She's a very wonderful woman. I grew
Mhm.
up with her. She took care of me. I went out of the country, Nigeria, to school. That is how good my stepmother was. She supported me in everything. We have
Hmm.
that bond. If she doesn't hear from me in 2 weeks, she calls me. That is how
Hmm.
close we are. But
Yeah.
she herself, I learned something from her. She knows how to take a stand. That's why when my own situation happened, I took my own stand. And you
Yeah.
also have to take your stand. I'm telling you, if you take your stand, it's going to change. I'm very positive for you that it will change for the better. But if it doesn't, you have a backup plan. Thank you, Auntie B.
Thank
Back
you,
to you
sweetie.
now.
Yeah, I can see that my daughter wants to contribute until she says something. Her body doesn't calm down. Thank you, darling. Let's talk soon. I've missed you, darling. Right. I have a man here who have pinned his comment, and he says, Shama, please give this man a deadline to get a job and start paying the bills. And if he doesn't, you should stop paying the bills. Le bâton. Hmm? So I wish you had more brothers today. BO is not here today. A lot of our brothers that are usual contributors are not here tonight. I would have loved for brothers to come and really lay it out so that, you can also hear from them. But it's all good. We're almost rounding up now. ST, I got you now. Can you unmute yourself? Tell us where you're joining us from.
Yes, ma'am. I'm calling from Minneapolis. How are you doing?
Yeah, welcome. One day I tried to call that Minneapolis. I almost bit my tongue when I was calling it. It
But
was
I
not
follow you.
easy.
I know I follow you on Instagram. Yeah, it's Minneapolis. Like it's very close.
Minneapolis. Okay. I don't know
Minneapolis.
why all these American states have to have all these names that are so difficult to
So
pronounce.
Minneapolis is like the capital, but it's not really the capital. St.
It's a
Paul is the
city.
capital. Yeah,
Oh,
but the
I
state is
see.
Minnesota itself. It's
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah,
see. You're
yeah.
welcome, sweetie. What do you
Thank
have to
you.
say?
So, pretty much what I wanted to say, people have said it, but I don't know if Choma is listening to us. I want
She
her to
is.
go and watch your video on identity. And I want her to go and look at the other video that talks about the symptoms of the narcissist. So I see that she loves the man more than the way the man loves her. Women are not made to pay bills for a long time. Like you said in that identity video, that we are an helpmeet. I'm not saying the husband should even take care totally. We are to support each other. Then what happened to the husband that he cannot take a job for the past 4 years? Now you don't even need to put up an application. Go to Walmart, go to Target, go to Sam's Club. He's working, hiring. They give you a job right there. Yes, because COVID has made everybody disappear. And the supply chain in America now is struggling. So everybody now, they're looking for who to work with higher pay. I am telling you.
Are you serious?
So why is this so comfortable for the past 4 years and you will not do anything? Then you can't even babysit. Do you know amount of money to pay for babysitting, to pay nanny? What kind of a man he is? I guess that was the way his mom brought him up, because he's a baby, he's a mommy's baby anyway. If you talk to him like people as advice and he did not listen, my own advice is save money, be quiet about it, go get an hotel B&B, it's cheaper, like 2 months, then just disappear. I'm not saying you should divorce him, it's just a break. When you give him a break, then his medulla oblongata will come back and you'll be able to reason that he has to go out. Even if he's not working to take care of you, what about the child? What about the child? Like you said, now if she moved out, they will say it's American. Now if they bring them to America, but they don't know the trauma, the emotional trauma most of these women are going through.
Yeah.
And look at her, she has even said, oh, she doesn't want people. Who cared about what people say? If now she's overwhelmed and she eventually slumped and died, does she think the man will not remarry? Does she think people will not blame her that? Why didn't she speak out? She needs to even talk to her mom. If your husband does not allow you to send money to them, at least you should be able to talk to her and say, Mommy, this is what I'm going through. What do you advise? I love my husband. I don't want to leave him. But what do you want me to do? This is becoming overwhelming. Please, you have to take, you have to really, really look at all the suggestions everybody has made and look at it and see what you can do to help yourself. Because you have really made up your mind that you don't want to. You are putting yourself in who cares about what people think? Life is about individual. It's not collective. God will help you in Jesus' name. Thank you, Auntie.
Amen. Thank you, ST. Thank you very much for your contributions. And Rita is next in line. How are you, Rita?
I'm fine, Mr. B. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. You're welcome. Where are you joining us from?
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Unknown destination.
Okay.
Good evening.
I like that. Unknown soldier. Unknown soldier. Yeah. I remember you now. I didn't know it's the same Rita. I like that. You're welcome, sweetie. Okay. What do you have to say?
Thank you. Yeah, a quick one. Choma, I want to ask you a question. Do you love your child? That child that God has blessed you with, do you really love that child? Because we mothers, we do things because of our kids. If you really love your child, I think there's a decision you have to take. You don't need to consult your husband to have an account number for yourself. I'm giving myself as an example. I have an account which I was running as a business account. The Mongo Park was the next of kin to that account. Then I quietly opened another account where I was keeping money for, I call it emergency money. That's how I call it. So at the end of the day, whatever happened, I can fall back to that money. And that was how I could help myself. If you love your child with what you are going through right now, I will say the first thing you have to think of is that child. for you to be okay and be safe. Because from the way you are going now, you can collapse. Because number one, you are depressed. Number two, you are stressed up already. Carrying the family load on your head, the man's load, and they don't even like you. It's another ball game altogether. So what I will say is this. You don't need to tell him you want to open an account. Sister B, you said something that she should tell him, call him, wake him up in the morning and discuss with him. He might not want to listen. He might
Yeah, she
start
has to
shouting and
try.
doesn't want to
She has
listen.
to try. They have to have a
Because,
conversation. It's very
yeah,
important.
yeah, Sister B, this is a man that cannot take care of his own child. I'm saying it like me, David. You know why I put my son in school? When he was 5, I took my son to a boarding school when he was 5 years old. You know why? Because I cannot leave him with a Mongo pack for even 10 minutes. He will start shouting, carry your load, carry your load, carry your load.
And your picking be your load.
You understand?
Your child is
My
your
picking
load.
might be my load. Yes, that's the statement he will make. Just maybe, let me just go here and come. No. Carry. He will just start screaming. And I'll have to carry this boy wherever I go to.
There's something
My
wrong with him.
blessing that
That
night
one is
was
not a
that
normal person.
that boy, yes, okay, for
No
example,
wonder
that
he
night they
wanted to
carried me.
delete you.
If, yes, if that boy was around, I'm always with him in my car, driving and going to anywhere. What if they carried the two of us that night? Because he
So
cannot stay with him.
going forward
So,
now is practical.
yeah,
Yeah, practical what she needs to do. Yeah.
yeah. What she needs to do now, she should think of that child
Yeah.
first. Number one. Number two, she doesn't need to tell him that I want to go and open an account. She has to do that. That's very, very important. You can't tell me you're walking like a lion and eating like an ant. You need to have an account for a state of emergency. That's
Yeah.
all I can say. Oh, my
Yeah.
beloved sister,
Thank you
love
very
yourself
much.
and love your child. Good night.
Good night, darling. Thank you very much for your contribution. I appreciate you. And last but not the least, in the studio is Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Nancy, I got you. Can you hear us? Okay, I don't think Nancy is hearing me. I can hear, I've added you, but I don't think you can hear me. Okay, so this is where we are, my people. And this I was going to do an hour and a half. We're almost hitting 2 hours now. So I think I'm going to pause here. I think you guys have spoken so well. Everybody that has contributed has said something that, has really, really, really been very, very meaningful. I'm sure Choma has learned a lot from what you've said, all the practical steps she needs to take. So I'm just going to summarize by saying that this issue of imported wife is something that is very, very common on this platform. We talk about it quite often. And unfortunately, it's only one side of the story that we usually hear. We don't hear the other side. And the side of it that we hear is the negative side that, oh, you bring men from you bring women from Africa, you bring all these Nigerian women from Africa, they come here, once they find their feet, you give them paper, they become citizen, they don't want you anymore, they make friends, they enter into America, or they enter into UK, and they turn and they dump you for, because they start making money. Nobody ever tells you the trauma that imported wife goes through. I spoke to a woman yesterday. I wanted to start crying. I just came back from I just came back from a break on the show, and I feel like I have rested. I wanted to start crying. Do you know that this woman does not even know that she's qualified to open a bank account in America? She's the one that won visa lottery and brought her husband with her to the US. She does not even know that she can open a bank account until years after customer that she's doing hair for her. I'm going to bring her here to share her story. I told her, you have to come here. This one, I'm not going to share it for you because as far as I'm concerned, her situation, in fact, let me not go into it. Wow. My people, nobody tells you about what women going through. And for all of you that are watching me tonight, have you been seeing all these videos on WhatsApp? Even today, I saw one of women that are completely stripped from head to toe. They don't have any. It's the way God created them on the day of Enjoy Kule. That is how they are. The day they were born, that's how they are. Have you seen those videos? There was one that happened in London a couple of months ago. The woman was in the city, and she had, she was walking around completely naked. People were videoing her, and I don't even know how to describe this somebody that has no brain was saying that, oh, it's drugs, it's drugs. No, it's not. It's mental health. It's breakdown. There's a thin line between sanity and insanity. Okay? The day you will make clear like this, that the thing will shift. It builds up, oh. Yeah. You seen them, eh? Peace, you've seen those videos. I see someone today that my auntie shared with me from New York City. This girl was walking around like this, completely like this. Big woman like me, oh. She hold her picking hand. She held her child's hand. And the funny thing, the child is fully clothed. The child is wearing winter jacket. They came out of a store. She had nothing on. You see how it builds up? It's gradually. It's like tiny drops. This one going on here. This one going on here. This one going on here. And as a woman, you think, I can take it all. My stress levels are, I can take everything. Then one day you just make clear mental illness. Yes, mental health issues. That is it. It is very, very common among Black women. Why? If you go and talk to that woman, if they give her medication and her body calms down, she realizes that she's, psychotic, she's having a psychotic breakdown, and now she's all right. There is a story behind it, and it's linked to relationship, it's linked to marriages. So don't think that it can never happen to me. I am so strong. There's a limit to which you can take. So Choma, as you are listening, I know you are listening. I want you to consider everything that you've been told. I didn't consider something when you were telling me this story, but now something in me tells me that this man actually needed a mother for the two children that he had because they are young children. So it's not only bringing you to come and walk, it's bringing you to come and mother his other children as well. And it's a good thing that you love the children, you take them as your own. Beautiful. I commend you for that. You are a good person. No, you are a really good person. I'm not ever going to say anything negative about you, but you lack confidence. You need to work on your confidence. You need to work on your assertiveness. Okay? Being assertive means that you are able to be firm, to say something, this is what I want to do, and you do it. And thank God you already identify where your vulnerability is coming from your childhood, from being told to shush, from your upbringing, school, and all the things that happen to you, bullying and everything, not having a voice. So you lost your confidence since you were a child. And this is why I talk to parents very frequently on this platform. Let's be careful the way we raise our children. Childhood trauma lasts a lifetime. But you have a decision to make. And I think the first decision or the first thing you need to do, like everybody else has advised, in standing up for yourself, Eunice, as you said, is open that bank account and get some money. I asked you a very, very vital question. If this marriage ends, God forbid, if it ends, I'm not saying your marriage will end, though. I know you want to be married, you don't want to be the stereotypical imported wife. Good. What do you have to fall back on? You don't have a dime to your name. You are submitting your paycheck and it's been appropriated by somebody who has not worked for 4 long years. How wrong now? It is wrong. It is not done. Ask him, if I was your sister, would you allow another man to treat your sister like this? The way you've treated me? Do you think it is right the way you've dealt with me? 4 long years I've been pulling it all together, both in the home front, cooking, cleaning, taking care of children, doing school runs, doing everything, doing nanny. I'm working 2 jobs, business, everything to put food on the table and put heating on this house so that you don't freeze your balls off. And you don't think it's time for you to bury your pride, You are doing that. You are this big graduate that must get it. Who the hell do you think you are that you cannot go and get a job to feed your family? You think one job is beneath you, but you don't have anything. You don't bring in $1. Somebody said the cost that the supermarket, what they call that giant supermarket in America, what they are paying just now, $20 plus an hour. What is wrong with that? If you do a 12-hour shift or a 10-hour shift, don't know it adds up. In a week, you will have a check of $1,000 to bring home. That is what a real man does. You don't sit down at home every day and you say, until I get this job, I'm never going to do anything. No. You have Walmart, yes. Some men will do it. They will humble themselves. They will do anything to provide for them. These are men. These are the ones we call men. And that's why I never like any job being shamed. I don't, on this platform, I never like anybody shaming anybody for the kind of job that they do. They are doing an honest job. They are earning a living. So never put anybody down because of the sort of job they do. Because look at people like this now. 4 long years, no job. And the woman is breaking her bag. Somebody is talking about Walmart, Amazon, Crest, Target, all these places you can go. I didn't even know you can walk in. You don't even need to do send CV or do application online. Just walk in, they give you a job. I will take it without thinking of all my degrees. Who degree help? When you have tiny mouth to feed, you have children who need to be clothed, they need to go to school. You need if children who are hungry bellies that need to be fed. Nobody cares about that. So I'm just going to summarize in ending by saying, Choma, you have work to do. You are hurting yourself. It is not going to end well if you continue like this. I know a woman, you guys remember once upon a time, Peace. You know, the women that have come here, there are so many that some of you may have forgotten. Peace is the one, let me refresh your memory. Peace is the one that got here. The next day, the husband took her to job center. That gambling man. Remember the one that lost the house? He sold the house and gambled everything away. That is Peace. Peace, when we went to see Peace, Peace said, Auntie B, I am finished. My body, I cannot even do anything. Her back is gone. Do you know why? Because of all the years that she was breaking her back, walking around the clock. Because the Mongo Park went to Nigeria, brought her here and put her to work. And she worked like a slave for years. You remember Peace? Yeah. We met Peace when we went to. Thank God she's in a much better place now. The smile on her face it gives me joy. So, you don't want to be that woman now in 10 years that will be saying, if I knew, this is what I would have done 10 years ago. This is the time to take action. He's an Igbo man. Igbo men are proud people. Let that pride take him to know that his sisters who are married are being provided for by their husbands. You are not going to sit down there because they brought you from Nigeria and you are the one that is working and his family does not even know. Or he doesn't care to tell them. And please, all that project money you are spending on house that you don't even know, if you are even going to set your foot on, you better start putting it in a savings account for your son. Do you know how expensive college is in America? Use your brain, no. You know, I told you when we spoke earlier, you're an Igbo girl, but you're behaving like you are not an Igbo girl. I always praise Igbo girls on this platform that they are sharp when it comes to, decision making, being intelligent about money and all that. But you have work to do on yourself. I cut you some slacks because I know where your vulnerability is coming from, but it's time for you to take action. But at the end of the day, it's your life. We can only advise. And Ireo, it is well with you. Yeah. Thank you very much for tonight. Yeah, Oluremi, I didn't say it's only Igbo men. We are issue specific here, okay? The one we are talking about is Igbo. That's why I say Igbo. When you see me talking about Yoruba, I talk about Yoruba, I talk about Edo. So it's issue specific. I don't do tribalism, please. All right. So we're just going to draw the curtains here tonight, my people. Thank you very much for your contribution. Yeah, Romari said people die from exhaustion every day. If not for anything, let her think of her life. Yeah. Say, I dey hustle, I dey walk, I dey walk, I dey walk. This day you start telling that day you go know say, this body, na body. It is well. I am back tomorrow. Tomorrow is our usual vlog days, shows days. So we have a show tomorrow. And tomorrow we are just going to do something something basbos. We're doing basbos tomorrow. So if you want to hear the basbos tomorrow, be here 7 o'clock. We're just going to do something light tomorrow. Basbos, we'll laugh. All those celebrity ones that will laugh is what I'm doing tomorrow. So then Sunday we are back with another gym. So make it a date with me tomorrow and Sunday, and I'll be right here. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. I hope you've learned one or two things. And if you're watching this later, please give this video a thumbs up if you've not done so. Subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow night. I love you guys very much from the bottom of my heart. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Gist tomorrow. Gistmas. Who wants us to do Gistmas? December is coming. Should we do Gistmas? We'll talk about that later. I'm still thinking whether we should do Gistmas. Last year I did Gistmas every day. Should we do Gistmas this year? We'll do that poll later. But tomorrow I will see you. Thanks a lot, guys, for being here. Appreciate you. Bye. Love you, Annie. Come again soon. Bye.